Hi, I'm Michael from Messenger Bag Media, and today I'm going to walk you through the basics of the Select and Mask workspace in Adobe Photoshop and how you can improve your background removal with complicated subjects. First of all, what is Select and Mask? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. Select and Mask opens a separate workspace within Adobe Photoshop that allows you to refine and save a detailed selection as a new mask layer. You may be familiar with the standard lasso tool and quick selection tools, which can do a pretty great job of creating a detailed selection automatically. Photoshop also has a built-in Select Subject tool that is awesome for grabbing a relatively accurate selection of the image's subject. So when should you use the Select and Mask function? This function is helpful for previewing your selection before you mask it and is especially useful when masking a subject with a lot of fine details. In this instance, a woman with rather curly, frizzy hair. For this demonstration, our goal is to remove this woman from her original background and place her in this room. If I just simply select the subject and remove the background, the result is pretty good, but not perfect. This is where Select and Mask comes in handy. To access the Select and Mask workspace, make sure you have a selection tool active. Anyone will work, and you should see the Select and Mask button in the top menu bar. Now you have two options. You can either select your subject using one of the selection tools and then enter the Select and Mask workspace to refine your selection, or you can create your selection with the Select and Mask workspace itself. For this tutorial, we will be working entirely within the Select and Mask workspace. If you would like to see a separate video on the different selection tools, let us know in the comments. Now that we're in the Select and Mask workspace, you'll notice that the image has this colored overlay. This is because we do not yet have an active selection. I'm going to click the Select Subject button. For more detailed initial selection results, make sure Photoshop is using the cloud to execute the process. Now, as you can see, we have a pretty decent selection of our subject. On the right-hand menu of the workspace, you'll see many different view and refinement options. At the top of this workspace are different view options. You can pick between an onion skin, marching ants selection lines, a color overlay, subject on black, subject on white, black and white, or on layers. Which view option you choose to use is totally subjective and does not directly affect the final selection. Because our subject is on a lighter background, I will use the on black view option so I can make sure I remove the background entirely. Below the view options, you will see different global refinement tools. First, choose the refine mode you wish to use, either color aware or object aware. Which refinement mode you use will depend on the background of the subject you are trying to isolate. Try out both and see which is best suited for your particular image. Below the refine mode, you will see the edge detection module. Use the radius slider to adjust how much area around your subject will be affected by the refinements. For a tight, sharp mask, use a small radius. For a softer mask, use a larger radius. Smart Radius may be helpful to toggle on as it allows the radius to change depending on the area of the selection. Below Edge Detection, you'll see the Global Refinement module. Here you have Smooth, Feather, Contrast, and Shift Edge sliders. The Smooth slider adjusts the smoothness or roughness of your selection. The Feather slider controls the softness of the edge of the selection. Increasing the feather value creates a smoother transition between the selected and unselected areas. The Contrast slider adjusts the sharpness of the selection edge. Increasing the contrast value enhances the distinction between the selected and unselected areas, making the edge more defined. And last but not least, the Shift Edge slider moves the edge of your selection inward or outward from your selection. Under Global Refinement, you will see the Output Settings module. Decontaminate Colors helps remove color from the subject's original background that's still remaining after your selection refinement. I will check this off, but see if your selection requires it as well. Finally, you'll see Output To options. Again, pick whichever works for you, but I'm going to go with the Layer Mask option to ensure I'm editing non-destructively. To see our video on smart objects and layer masks, check out this video right here. On the left-hand side, you will see your selection tools and refinement brushes. Some of these may be familiar to you, such as the lasso, quick selection, object selection, and brush tools. In this video, however, we will be specifically focusing on the Refine Edge brush tool. By dragging the Refine Edge brush over any areas you wish to be transparent, you are letting Photoshop know that it needs to reconsider its selection. As you can see, if I drag the Refine Edge brush over my subject's hair, the selection becomes much more accurate. Be sure to only use this tool over the areas that require it, as over-refining the subject's edge may result in an overly soft mask. Now that I'm happy with my selection, I'm going to hit OK on the bottom right-hand corner. Compared side by side to the basic Photoshop selection, you can see that the Select and Mask tool has allowed me to make a much more refined, realistic selection. I hope you found this video helpful and can start implementing the Select and Mask function into your Photoshop workflow. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give us a like. Also, leave a comment letting us know any specific functions or techniques you would like for us to cover in Photoshop or any other Adobe software in the future. If you're looking for tips and tricks to improve your graphic design, videography, and photography skills, check out our channel. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing. Perhaps your media needs are greater than you can manage on your own. Messenger Bag Media is your one-stop media shop. We serve businesses large and small for all communication needs. Visit messengerbagmedia.ca. Reach out to us and let's create something amazing together. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.